Hello, my lovelies. Kizzy Bug here. And today I'm going to talk to you about how I feel about the bigger YouTubers doing stupid things, such as photographing somebody who has taken their own life and posting it as quote-unquote content. Somebody who's laughing about a school shooting, which that is never funny, and how it affects everybody else. And the thing that irritates me about the bigger YouTubers is their lack of respect and regard for anybody else but what they think is going to make them a profit. Now, you know how I feel about child abuse and abuse for profit, posting videos with children in it, all that good stuff. I also have another side where I feel irritated at the fact that these bigger YouTubes feel the need to post whatever. They don't think about their actions and how it's going to affect somebody else. And what happens when they do wrong? Someone such as myself, or Rosta Studios, or anybody else who's trying to do something good with their channels by speaking out about abuse and calling attention and awareness to it, even we are on limitations on what we can and can't do. And a lot of it stems from these people who have no regard to what they post. And, you know, given a couple of the things I said when I first started out this video, you guys could take your guess on who I'm speaking about. He's a very, very big YouTuber. Makes quite a bit of money for YouTube. And I feel like YouTube needs to just take those people down, the bad apples, so to speak, and not go after everybody as a whole. Because you have your good people and you have your bad people. And the good people, we just want to make a difference. We're not out there trying to hurt anybody. If anything, we're trying to protect others because we care about somebody else besides our own self. Now, the bigger YouTubers, hey, they've got money. You know, they've made millions and millions off of this crap that they call quote-unquote content. I initially started my channel, if y'all couldn't tell by now that have subscribed to me or have been with me since the beginning, I centered my channel around doing storylines for my Sims 4 game. And, you know, recently my channel's taken a different path in addition to that for speaking out against abuse for profit. Anything that's really, really negative that I hope that I can make a difference towards and change for the better. I did not set out with the intention of becoming famous and rich and all that good stuff all these other people look for YouTube to be to them. If I'm famous for anything on YouTube at some point someday, I hope it's for good things I've tried to do. You know, caring about children, caring about other people, wanting to help, wanting to change things in the world for the better. I don't look at myself as being somebody who's ungodly wealthy. You know, I haven't lived a very, wealthy lifestyle all my life, and I don't care if I ever do. I don't have to have a lot of money to be happy. But what makes me happy is making a difference. Doing something to help my fellow human being. Helping children. I love children. I think children should have the best life that they can have. And that means without any kind of abuse or being put in danger. And as a mother, an aunt, a cousin, you know, all these different things, different titles in my family. And I protect all the little ones in my family. My children had friends growing up, and if they weren't in a good environment, my natural instinct was to want to protect them too, as if they were my own kid. But some of these people, you know, they're young. They're, in their 20s or something. They've had a decent life. They've had anything they could ever want, and didn't know what it's like every day to have to see the parents make ends meet. But I think, you know what? I think it really humbles a person when you have to be that person that has to juggle the bills and whatever at the end of the day so that your family can continue on another day. But you know what? At the end of the day, you're still happy and you know you have love. You didn't need millions to be that person. You didn't need millions to spoil your kids. You could do a lot of things, you know, as far as being a parent or a sibling or an aunt or an uncle, whatever, you know, where you can actually do things on a budget and make a lot of memories. But back to what I was saying, one of my really good friends suggested I speak about that today, as she follows my YouTube. And we were kind of talking to my niece about the Logan Paul and Jake Paul type scenarios. And I was telling my niece, you know, that you got to be careful. And there's some people on YouTube that aren't worthy of undying respect. And my friend was saying to my niece that she doesn't allow her children to have anything to do with Logan Paul merchandise, Jake Paul merchandise, any of that good stuff. But, I mean, as much as I think that they made some mistakes, it's not all of them, you know, just those two that do some stupid things in regards to the way they react to things on YouTube. There's other people. But that's another thing I want to call attention to, is that these people need to be told, and they need to have some consequences and punishments, you know, handed down to them from YouTube. YouTube as a collective whole, and I'm talking about, you know, the big YouTubers all the way down to the brand new people who just started out on YouTube. You can't throw us all in a collective whole and punish us the same as you would those people who are offending. Now, you know, a few videos ago, I went over YouTube's guidelines and services. I have to wonder how many people actually read those things. I can't be the only one. And if you're going to be a creator, you should know what you're allowed to do and what you're not allowed to do. And then, of course, a lot of it is common sense. Use your brain. You don't have to go looking up guidelines all the time to make sure every little thing you're doing is right. Common sense. You shouldn't laugh at a catastrophe. You shouldn't laugh at someone losing their life, whether it be by suicide, by something that happens in school, or on the streets of your town. Those things aren't funny. Those are very sad. And my heart goes out to the family and friends of those victims. But YouTube, you can't punish everybody based on what one person does. You know, you have to have some kind of consequences in play for the people that you already know that have done this before, you know, repeated offenders. You should already have something in place. I don't care how much money they make you. This could be a great platform for all of us to make a huge difference for the better good of life and the people in it. But don't throw me in the same basket you would throw the repeat offenders in, because I'm not the one that's doing that. I know other people that aren't doing the same thing. So, yeah, I know you change things, which is fine. You know, it is totally your platform, but please, you can't throw all of us in the same collective basket. Not all of us are children, you know. Some of us are older adults that have families, that have children of their own. And we think before we react to something. And I think that you gotta kind of look at that a little bit different. I think that, you know, you have some great guidelines. I'm not disputing that. But you also see a lot of people that continually repeat the same offenses, which is part of the reason why some of my Speak Out videos lately have been addressing some people that have been doing that, and where I've said that they have violated every terms of service there is. But for these other people that, like, people like my little niece look up to, you know, I'm not that person. I'm a mother of grown kids, for crying out loud. I'm definitely not like no young kid. But these young kids make mistakes. And, if the first time, making a mistake was bad, but then you do it again, you can't punish everybody based on that one person. And as other creators that are friends of mine, that should also be concerning to you too, because anything that happens based on people like that, who gets the punishment? Do they or do we? Ask yourself that at the end of the day. And if you're parents and you have young children on YouTube, whether they have their own accounts or they just like to watch videos, please keep an eye on what your children are doing. Please. I can't stress this enough. As I always fear that there's some sickle that's out there up to no good. And I've said it, and I've said it, and I've said it. And I say it as a parent, a grandparent, an aunt. I say this as somebody who really cares about the well-being of children, especially children who don't have their own voice right at this moment. So please, YouTube, think about, how you're going to do things. I'm just saying this as a small creator that just started out. Love your platform. Like the people I've made friends with so far. But please, you can't throw us all in the same collective basket for punishment as you would that one person who keeps repeating the same offense. To my friends and my subscribers, also reevaluate this yourself. And that's all I'm going to say today, guys. I'm going to keep this kind of short and sweet today. But yeah, I just decided to go ahead and do this video as my friend asked me to speak on it. I hope y'all are having a fantastic day. Love y'all lots. Talk to you later, guys. Bye.